What's going on, my people? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 3-step mental framework to lose your belly fat. It's going to take 12 minutes. This is how we're going to change your identity, which is going to lead to more discipline and a better transformation. Because at the end of the day, if you can't see yourself fit, in shape, with better habits, it's not going to happen. First, we have to see it in our mind. We have to change the way that we see ourselves. Then it'll manifest in the 3D. You have to do the inner work, then the outer work. That's how it works. Because if you maintain the same self image, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to actually lose the weight. It all starts in the mind. Now, as I mentioned, you don't have a belly fat problem, you have a self image problem. No man who truly sees himself as lean, disciplined, and in control continues to live in a body that contradicts the vision. The gap between who you are and who you see yourself as, that's where the belly fat lives. You need to change the way that you see yourself in the mirror. Even though right now, when you see yourself in the mirror, you see a belly, you have to imagine if the belly was not there. You have to imagine six-pack abs, veins in your biceps, veins in your arms. You need to see it here, fellas. You got to see it here. Everything you tried has failed, right? You tried to count the calories, grinding through workouts, staying motivated, starting strong, then ending up back at square one. That probably sounds familiar, right? This is why the cycle never breaks. You're not failing because of willpower. You're failing because you're trying to act like someone you don't believe you are. Because I know for a fact you already tried. You did the workouts. You tried to eat clean. Results are inconsistent. You lose 10 pounds, you gain it back. And you've been in this cycle for years. Why? It's because your self belief and your self image has not been ingrained yet. And once we make that switch here in this video, the rest is going to take care of itself. Your actions follow your identity. All right. So if deep down you see yourself as the guy who always falls off, your brain will find a way to prove that true every single time. And it's the same for the inverse. If you see yourself as a man who is consistent, who keeps promises to himself, you will also see results. So you just need to plant the positive seeds. Most men chase belly fat loss by obsessing over actions, the workouts, the diets, counting calories. But actions are downstream of identity. Until you change how you see yourself, no plan will stick long enough to matter. Stop asking yourself, how do I lose belly fat? Start asking, who is the man that doesn't have this problem? It's always who, it's never how. When you figure out the who, the how will happen by itself. The first step is defining your new identity, right? Before you change your body, you have to define the man you're becoming, not vague, motivational. It needs to be clear, specific, and real because you cannot become someone you've never clearly pictured. How does he eat on a random Tuesday night? Intentional and deliberate, not mindlessly grazing in front of a screen. Ask yourself, does he skip workouts? No, he shows up no matter what, tired, busy, or stressed. It doesn't matter. How does he talk to himself? With standards and self respect, not excuses and self pity. You need to ask yourself these questions to start painting that picture of what that man is. Very important because this is how you're going to define who you need to become. Now, you're going to write your identity script, all right? This is not a vision board. This is a declaration of who you already are in the process of becoming. Get a notebook, write it down, read it daily. Let it be the lens you see every decision through, to your sleep, to your habits, to your workouts, to your self talk. Everything, all the choices that you make need to be viewed from the lens of this higher self that you are in the process of becoming. You need to say things like, I am a man who trains 4 times per week, no matter what. I don't overeat when I'm stressed. I face it. I eat to fuel my body, not to escape my emotions. I finish what I start every time. This is your new identity script, the foundation that everything else is built on. This is how you rewire your identity, fellas. Now, you need to prove it daily with micro wins because, yes, we need to speak it, we need to believe it, but part of believing it is taking action because at the end of the day, if you don't take action, results are not going to take place, right? Your brain only believes what you prove consistently. You can't leap from your current identity to your ideal identity overnight, but you can cast votes for the new one every single day. And that's what it is, casting the votes. What votes are you casting? What actions are you taking that align with the person that you're becoming versus who you are right now? Every decision you make, you need to think about it in those ways. Now, stack small, undeniable wins. Forget about perfection. Your only job is proof. Every small action either reinforces your new identity or erodes it. There's no neutral ground. This is black and white. There's no gray area. It's either you are or you are not. That's it. For example, you're going to be drinking water instead of soda. One choice. That's one vote for the disciplined man that you're becoming. Stop eating when you're full. Practice listening to your body, not your boredom or emotions. We all have been there. You eat so much to the point where you just want to sleep and lay on the couch because you just feel bloated, you feel like blood, you feel sick, you feel tired. How are you going to show up when you're eating? Working out. Not because it burns calories, but because it proves that you showed up that day. That was another vote to be the man that you want to be. Every time you follow through, you cast a vote for that new identity. Every time you don't, you reinforce the old one. It's on you to decide. Step three, we're going to close the gap, all right? No negotiations. This is where the transformation locks in. There's always a gap between who you are right now and who you said you want to be. The moments that close that gap or widen it happen every single day in every single moment. I cannot stress this enough. Every day, you need to make choices from the lens of the man that you're becoming. Stop thinking about who you are right now. Think about the man you're in the process of being. Think about him 24/7, 365. Number one, the temptation. Skip the workout, order junk food, say, I'll start tomorrow. You're casting a vote in the wrong direction. The question, what would the man I said I am do right now? In this example, he would not skip the workout. He would go if he was tired. He would go after a long day at work. He would go if he was spending 10 hours working on his business because he knows the healthier he is, the better his business will be because he'll have more energy and be confident. You got to ask the question. Then you simply take the action. You do it. No debate, no emotion, no negotiation. You do it because that is what is required to become the man that you said you would be. No questions asked. Discipline is alignment, all right? Discipline is not about motivation, it's about alignment. Every time you close the gap, you become that man. Every time you don't, you stay the same. This is an analogy that I love to use for discipline versus motivation. The sun is motivation. You wake up one day and the sun might be there, it might not be there. It might be a sunny day, it might be a cloudy day. That is motivation. But you know what discipline is? The sky. The sky is motivation. Every day you're alive, you wake up and you look outside, you look up, you're going to see the sky. The sky's always there no matter what. It might be gray, it might be blue, it might be sunny, but the sky's there. That's how you want to be. That's who you want to be. All right? The moment that feels the hardest, the moments that you want to quit, that is the exact moment your identity is being decided. That's not a moment to negotiate. That is a moment to act. It's in those moments in the gym where you want to skip a set, skip a rep. No one's going to know. No one's going to know. No one's going to be on you saying, hey, finish that rep, finish that set. No one's going to be there. It's going to be on you. And in those moments, you decide for yourself who you're going to be. Those are the moments that matter the most. All right, so this is the complete framework. All right, we're going to lose belly fat not by grinding harder, but by becoming someone for whom the belly fat is simply incompatible with who he is, right? Step one, define the man that you're becoming. Get clear and specific. Write your identity script and commit to it fully, 100%. Be very detailed. Step two, prove it daily with small wins. Stack undeniable evidence that you are already that man. Consistency over perfection. What does that look like? Going to the gym when you don't feel like it, cooking healthy food when you don't feel like it, going for walks when you don't feel like it, reflecting on your day. These small actions prove that you're casting votes for the man you want to be. And step three, close the gap when it matters most. In the hard moments, act in alignment. No debates, no delays, no excuses. A disciplined man doesn't try to lose belly fat. He simply lives in a way where it can't exist. Very different ideas right there. Information doesn't change your life. Identity does. You have all the information. You could go to Chat GPT right now and find the perfect workout plan, meal plan, the whole nine. But will you? Because you had because you already had access to this information for weeks, months, and years. But will you take the right choice? That's going to be up to you, because you need to live in a way where your identity makes it to where your default actions are those of a man who is in shape. Watch this again, apply it today, not next Monday, today. One small action in alignment with your new identity is all it takes to start becoming the man who never has to try to lose belly fat again. Rewatch this video, do what's in this video, and I promise you, you will become the man where losing belly fat is effortless. Let's get it, fellas. Have a blessed day. Come on.